Are we back now? Episode 16 on the 20th of September, the start of fall, and going into week 3 of the NFL season. Primarily what we will focus on for this episode. What's up with you now, Jake?
Good, man. Just got back from my daughter's little basketball tournament. Ready to talk some sports. See how we did with our predictions from week 2. Go from there.
Definitely. So we will go ahead and get started right away with a follow-up on the rookie watch. The top 10 is our focus, and we went from bottom to top, low number to high number to low number. This week, you want to switch it up on them?
Yeah, because who's at the top here? Kenyon Martin, I think, or Keon Martin from the Ravens.
Number 10.
Yeah, he actually picked off Hartman. I saw him. He had a nice little game.
Okay. Keon Hartman. How about there's a Buffalo Bill. If we start from the top, I'm looking here.
Oh, maybe
After
I'm on a
week
different
2.
list then. What bill is on there?
After week 2, you got a Buffalo Bill, a tight end. The tight end that caught the
Hawes has been
Hawes.
balling for us. Hawes was a great pickup from Georgia Tech, and we brought him in as strictly a blocker because his blocking is solid. But he got good hands, man, and Brady has figured out some ways to run some routes to keep the defense honest with him. So we really excited about him. It makes it
And for
easier
the
to let
fan,
Dawson Knox go.
right, Knox is making more than Kincaid, if I'm not mistaken, unless they re-signed.
Yes, yep.
The thing that the average fan's not going to realize is, especially if you have James Cook in fantasy, this kid right here is opening up lanes for that running game, period.
All
And
you got to
then
do is
for him to
go
catch
ahead.
that Josh Allen, what do you want to call that? What did he give him? He gave him a shovel on the run, like a no-look shovel on the run.
But it had a little something behind it because it really got to him. It wasn't like, shuttles usually have a little air time to it, but that put on I thought it was more like a shot put pass. Whatever it was, it worked. And it was something magical once again that Josh Allen pulled off. And you had to trust the kid in order to do that because in that situation, he could have just kept it.
And he's getting open. He that was a nuanced play for a tight end, especially a rookie, who's probably grading in the 90th percentile on most of his run plays in terms of his blocking.
Blocking, for
And
sure.
then for him to just eke out and catch him a touchdown, probably no drops in the season. So that's why the boy's out there with a 93% rating.
Exactly.
92.3.
And that's one of the few positions in the NFL that you want to throw back. I mean, you get a slobber knocker tight end that loves to block, but hands is still soft. And I mean, he's not a burner stretch the field, but he keeps you honest. He can leak in the middle of that defense and really eat you up, which is what we've been doing with him.
He's George Kittle Jr.
I mean, he still got some ways to put some time in first before he gets into that realm. But as far as the physicals and the way he plays, yeah, that'll be an accurate description for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
And I think also
Kudos.
you have
Kudos.
you have to give him props because he's the only one that was in the 90th percentile ranking as terms of his grade for the week. But I'm also putting the clap out there for Jahad Campbell, who is the next rated highest key in week 2. It was only at 83, but he was instrumental in shutting down the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's just what
we
that's
talked
all that
about
needs
him
to be
too
said.
last week on the show. I mean, for some reason he was one of them guys coming out of Alabama where they put thumper title on him. But it's like the man runs 4.5 and he's 6'4". I mean,
For and a good 245, 250.
almost 250, pushing 250, and he's not a one-trick pony. I mean, he'll rush the passer, he can drop
he can
into
cover
coverage comfortably, and because of that arm length, which he showed, he's a problem. So just like you said, he one of those guys that he don't have to have the stats, even though he still finds them, but he still affects the game because he could take on those linemen like a D lineman.
he's preventing teams from taking full advantage of
Mhm.
Blankenship
Mhm.
in that deep middle because he has the depth to get back there and at least make the throw harder,
Mhm.
you know? So you got Tyler Warren next. Obviously, he's going to probably be a top 5 ranking all year. He's probably going to be a Pro Bowler. Let's just call
Uh,
it what it is.
yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. I mean, it matches the film from what I saw at Penn State, and he came here in the
Yes.
NFL and having that Bowers effect, but he's
And he got
bigger than
wheels and
Bowers,
he's
and he's
versatile.
fast. Play him at fullback, put him in the slot. I mean, they've even split him out wide. He's a problem. Run Wildcat with him.
I mean, he's still instrumental in that team not having to punt.
When you got a tight end that commands the middle of the field like that, and he's another one like Hawes, which we were just talking about. He blocks. So
He
it's not a
blocks.
dead giveaway when he in the game. Like, oh, he's just out there to stretch the field. No, you don't know what I mean, look at what Jonathan Taylor is having a pretty good season right now.
He is.
Daniel Jones, who I believed in. I said it before. I believe in Daniel Jones, and so far, he's not wrecking the ship right now.
Daniel Jones is taking advantage of good coaching
Yep.
and good
Personnel. He got and the defense is solid. So all you got to do is just game manage. Remember our conversation with that?
they have probably is arguably the best guard in the NFL.
Mhm.
They have a top 5 running back
Long as he's healthy, without a
right
doubt.
now. They have a top
Right
5 running
now.
back.
Right now.
They they have overall a top 5 offensive line.
They got two huge receivers, Pittman, who is a chain mover, and then you got Pierce, which is 6'3", but he stretches the field. And then they
Yeah.
they they spent the second round draft pick last year on the kid out of Texas, the receiver.
So he's that's rounding up the top 3. We'll wheel through the rest pretty quick. Number
Yeah.
4, you still have Mimbu from
Mm,
the Jets, the right tackle,
man.
still grading over 80%, despite the fact that team didn't really win or play well at all. He's probably still a bright spot
Yep, for sure.
on that team.
They hit with that pick.
Mhm. Then you have Schlesinger still in there, rating at a 82 for Cleveland. Um, I'm not sure if Henry got 100 yards or not. I'm sure the team did.
Mhm.
So, he didn't really impact the game as much as he did against Cincinnati, but that kid's really still stepping up as a rookie, probably still playing hard and looking good on film,
He will
right?
consistently grade better in the future because he's just flying around right now, which is what you want.
Jacob Parrish from Tampa Bay, cornerback. Tampa Bay they have players making plays on that side of the
Yes.
ball,
Yep.
helping them win games,
Win
and he's one
games.
of them. 80% grade on him. Xavier Watts, Atlanta Falcons, the safety. Atlanta's resurgence defensively, he has something to do with it, but he's benefiting from a better pass rush, so he's out there
Rush.
making
Yep.
plays.
For sure.
Then you got T. McMillan. It was probably a setback, but a lot of people understand that the 75 rating or grade out there, the quarterback's not really making plays for him.
Yeah, and it's really just him that's the threat downfield. So I mean, he's gonna get some added attention. I mean, he's 6'5". The kid can run, but he don't have a lot of help on that side of the ball.
Yeah. Will Johnson. Will Johnson still, I don't know if he made that many plays. So a 75 grade, I see him being in the 80s with consistency all year.
All you need to see is how many catches whoever he was guarding had, because sometimes his numbers may not be there, but he still is those one of those guys who can lock down his side of the field. So, and that's what he does. Everything matches the film from Michigan right now, for sure.
That's our time for that topic, but we're going to scrape the last one. We almost made it. Will Campbell, number 10. Uh,
Hmm.
New England Patriots. Drake May had time for a reason, and
Running
they're able to
backs
put up the
got
points.
lanes for a reason. Yeah, that's what you draft him for. They said he has short arms, but they seem to be working right now. That's what they said in the draft. I think they be making up stuff. I was like, this kid's film. Short arms. That's what they said, man.
Hey,
Short
he's
arms. I'm like,
blocking
he's
pretty good
six
for me.
seven. He's 6'7",
Right.
but he got short arms. Okay.
We kind of went with our second topic first, just to kind of keep
Mhm.
what we had, the momentum from
Mhm.
last week. But I did want to briefly talk about a perspective on NCAA football. I might go with a Q&A for you. You definitely know your college football. I have my feelings about it. It's going to be
Yeah.
very controversial. Just preparing people for this. It's going to be very controversial from my perspective. But some intricacies about it that I think we can make sense of. So, one sec. Uh, Top 25 football ranks, playing teams outside of the ranks. Your thoughts?
Top 25 schools playing. Well, it's good for the schools that are not ranked, 'cause typically they need the money. So you know it's gonna be a drudging, but you should walk away with a good payday. Now, it could be very potentially devastating for a head coach who may be on a lifeline right now, and that team come in there and steal one, and then that's the end of
Yeah.
that coach's tenure right there, pretty much. It's give and take. It's positive. It's pros and cons with it, but I like it.
Good or bad influx of players being paid and the portal being so active.
Man, you know, especially with us, that's great. One, we would have took advantage of both options, the portal
Kidding
and
me?
the money.
For sure.
For sure. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. I mean, Reggie Bush, they tried to destroy this man's career when all the big SEC schools were paying out players. I mean, we can go back to Cam Newton. He said a lot when he was at Auburn, but for some reason Reggie got targeted. Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll add to that is, yes, players deserve pay. It is pretty much a job just playing the sport and going to school at the same time if you're gonna
Especially at the
maintain a
the
certain
big
GPA.
schools. Yes. It's a
Yeah,
job.
not
100%.
easy.
It's not.
So, in the amount of time and hours,
Yeah.
we that
Yes.
a college football program will impress upon a player is more time than you would spend studying and going to class.
Yes. You always at the football facilities. I mean, getting your body right just so you can be available for the season. You got study hall, you got weight room, you got
Weight
morning
room,
training, you got training table. It's
film,
around the clock. Yeah, film, a lot of film.
a lot of film.
It's around the clock job, and then they travel. They're just like the pros. So yeah, they do deserve to get paid. I mean, that school is making hundreds of millions of dollars off their image and likeness. Why not get a percentage?
The one argument too that's not ever really mentioned in the favor of the player is, especially when it comes to the portal, right? The coaches get to come and go as they see and please whenever they get the opportunities.
Yeah.
And how many times has a player been lied to, bruh? Think about that. How many times at the end of a college football season does um, a good coach or a hot coach who's won X amount of games right away, then all of a sudden they get certain offers from certain programs, and hey, they get generational money offers. You can't hate on the fact they want to do that, but realize that they've made promises to 70 to 80, almost 90 kids
Mhm.
in a lot of programs,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden that's a lie. So maybe that's the business, and
I mean, at the end of the
players should
day,
have that opportunity too.
recruiting is salesmanship. You do have to sell young men on what you're building. It's also another side to that. I mean, you recruit guys, you get to know them, but once they come in, maturity levels are different. You don't know that until they're actually on campus. You don't know what kind of home life they have. I mean, you get an idea, but you don't know what the effect is until they get there. So that's just a small couple of examples of many reasons why the relationship's just sour.
Yes.
They just sour, and they should be allowed to be able to just go wherever they want to go.
It's, it's kind of it's an opportunist world now, and players can have demand elsewhere, and, hey, sometimes things aren't a fit, and if they're not, then the player could have the opportunity elsewhere and make that happen for themselves. And what's the
Well,
problem? The coach can
well,
do
the
it.
prime example is right now. Look at the kid from Tennessee, Nico, the quarterback. His family was trying to demand money at the last minute. He was already getting the highest NIL in college football. I think it was estimated $2 million. They were trying to get more. It turned
Yeah.
out to be a disaster. Deshaun Foster got fired, and now the kid who was at UCLA, who's now at Tennessee, he's having a great season. Fell prospect. Nico is going to have to transfer and stay in school another year because his NFL value is pretty much shot right now. And it's unfortunate, but that's kind of the downside of the transfer and
Yeah.
the NIL. Because if the kid got a greedy family, and I mean, I don't know the situation, but I mean, he 19, 20 years old getting $2 million, and you're already asking for more. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, that's sometimes the asks and sometimes the way these players see themselves.
See, exactly, and that's the disconnect. Yeah, they overvalue themselves, and yeah. And I give
I
it up
mean,
to Hypo for Tennessee because typically coaches, especially with a quarterback, and I think that's what Nico's family was thinking, Lamaleva, if I'm saying
yeah,
that correctly, that he's the quarterback, he has leverage. But I give it up to Hypo. Hypo said, "Nah, you can just walk." That was huge right there. And Tennessee is having a hell of a season right now.
yeah, they're
So
obviously doing okay without him.
without him, so that is you still can send that message. No player is above all.
No,
No.
and here's what I wanted to say. That was relatively controversial. You can say how to what degree or anyway, but college football doesn't impress me.
Why is that?
I mean, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, but it's got to be top 10, as in a top 10 matchup, because there's too many scores that I see, and it's like, why did you even show up? You know, 63-6.
I'm
You
saying
know, some
you know
teams
that's
scoring
part of the
70 points this year,
you know that's part of the schedule, man, with college football. You
but I
gonna
don't
you
like
gonna
it. That's
you
the
gonna play a Prairie View A&M. You know what I'm saying?
That reminds me of when we went and that reminds me we went to Montana State. It wasn't that bad at first.
At first,
At first, you know, UNC with Vincent Jackson out there,
and it wasn't that
bruh.
bad
That
at first. And Morrison,
I'll
that little running
never
back.
forget that. Seeing that fool out there, he was a superhero.
And we're not talking the Power 5 school right here. This is Northern Colorado. And
This cat looked like a
a tight
tight
end.
end,
He looked like a tight end. Vincent Jackson for
and
sure
he
looked like a tight end.
and he had basketballs for calves.
And he stretched the field because I mean he had what
Yes.
200 some yards receiving on us.
I mean, Drinkwater and Allgood were two of the best corners in the nation for us.
Not
Like,
that
we had
day.
a just to put in perspective, our defense in college was top 3 and number 1 the following year. Top 3 my senior year when we played Vincent Jackson,
Mm-hmm. And he had
and
200
they
yards receiving.
smoked us. That fool had, like, 2 touchdowns in the first
First half,
quarter, mate.
something
Yeah.
ridiculous. It was
A couple
ridiculous.
first drives, like,
It
it
was
just
ridiculous.
put us away right away, but that's my point. Why? Like, challenge yourself as a program, especially if you're a Power 5,
Yeah,
especially if you're in the like, Ohio State is one of the main ones that I can't stand, because you got Ohio, you got Bowling Green, you got all these trash schools
Youngstown
in your
State.
schedule every year too.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, wow. Texas too. Texas will play the sorriest teams. One double A team on your schedule? Come on, man.
Well, fortunately, that's what they had today, so it made Mr. Manning's numbers look a little better because Arch was looking a little suspect right now. But he had 300 yards on. I want to say it was a East, no, was it Murray State, something like that. One of those
See,
kind of programs.
in the NFL, there's somewhat of a similar situation sometimes. You run into a New Orleans, you run into a Carolina, you run into a
Yeah, but
Cleveland.
even then, any given Sunday, look at Buffalo. We just eked out the Miami win. So you just never know. I mean, they're professionals. Unlike college kids, they're not professionals.
It's just a frequency, but sometimes
Yeah,
that's the politics because when you really take a deep dive into the infrastructure of a college program, there's promises made for playing time, and guys wanna get a look,
yeah,
and
you have
coaches
to.
wanna see certain players in this situation.
Mhm,
So, if you have a game at hand, then you can plug some of those guys in there for experience.
mhm.
So, I guess from that standpoint,
Yeah, which is what Lincoln Riley is learning, and he seems to be doing right now. I mean, we'll see tonight when they play. They got a little challenge. Michigan State's undefeated. They both. Oh no, SC's just ranked in the top 25. But yeah, he's learning that you do have to bring if you want to bring in top classes. Every kid that's a 5-star in high school want to hear those magical words. You'll have an opportunity to play. If you don't
you'll
say
have an
that, then they're
opportunity.
gonna go somewhere else. You gotta say it.
Well, the best thing to me was the playoff induction. When they put that involved, it at least made it more realistic because you can't limit, 4 teams. There's way there's
That
way
was
better teams. There's better teams with more losses that don't get a shot because they actually tried to challenge themselves, and they're not getting credit for that.
that's been the argument since we were in school to just anoint somebody a champion or top 5, but they haven't played everybody. It was always crazy to me. And you knew it would bring money because everybody wants to see that matchup at the end of the day. So, yeah.
All right, man, we on to the next topic. Way to go on explaining yourself with that. I think that was really well played for you. Now, we can kinda revert back to our picks from week 2 before we get our picks for the next week and wrap this thing up. This gonna be pretty interesting because as far as I'm concerned, I had Green Bay Thursday night.
Mhm.
I figured that their defense was legit, and they proved that.
They did. They did.
The quarterback made enough plays as I kinda expect him to because his weaponry at receiver is probably as deep as any team in the NFL.
And most importantly, as we always emphasize on this show, he has a ground game. You just turn around and hand Josh Jacobs the ball, and you will be positive yardage going forward. That's the start. You're going to be second and short, third and short. Then that's what you do, and that makes it easier on your quarterback. And the
And a head
linebackers
coach
playing in shallow.
and a head coach that's not afraid to make sure that they outrush the other team.
For Jacobs
LaFleur?
getting 20, if Jacobs get just 20 carries, you're looking kind of suspect. But he getting 20 plus every game,
Right.
every game.
And as a team, LaFleur is gonna run the ball.
Yes, yes.
You know, he was the offensive coordinator with the Titans,
Mm-hmm.
and that, sprung King Henry's career.
It did. I mean, it's King Henry, but clearly that was part of his philosophy. Because most people can say, "Well, I don't have King Henry no more. Let me go a different direction." No, if you want to
I
win in
mean,
the NFL, you control that clock, run the rock.
he had Ryan Tannehill making play.
Yeah, that's what a running game does for you. Tannehill didn't have a once Derrick Henry was over. Once that ended, Tannehill ended. That was I mean, did he retire? He didn't even get his retirement ceremony. I mean, he was
Tannehill
just gone. Oh, there it is. That's his retirement ceremony.
Tannehill Tannehill is officially a free agent and probably staying one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, when you don't know if a player is still in the league or if they retired, that says everything. Yeah. I don't
So,
even know.
Cincinnati I had Cincinnati beating Jacksonville, but man, that was a close call.
Yeah. Well, Burrow went down, so that
Jake
might
Browning made enough
that
plays.
now is, hey, little off topic. You think now is the time to start worrying about Burrow? This is the second major injury he's had in an early young career.
I was worried about Burrow already.
I forgot about that. Hold on.
I was I was on the same wavelength as Chris Canty is. You know who that is, right?
Yeah, I know who Chris Canty is.
Yeah. It's
Huh.
like Burrow's getting all this love, but they ain't winning, man. You know, and then he can't stay healthy,
He
unfortunately.
can't stay healthy. And then, the numbers, I mean, I'm not saying
Part of that is Cincinnati's fault, though.
that line. Once again, you can't, if you got a quarterback and weaponry on the receivers, then you put all your free agent energy into that O line. You got to protect them up front.
And, think about Jake Browning moving forward.
What about them?
Talk about talk about a quarterback who's gonna get touched.
Yeah, for sure.
He's gonna get hit often
And
because
then
he's not even as athletic as Burrow is in the pocket.
you talking your third string quarterback, or you're gonna have to go out there on the free agent market and find somebody that's sitting at home.
They're gonna dip into Ryan
I
Tannehill.
was like, oh, there. They're like Jay Brownie out there. Yep, I'm about to get that call. Let me go out there and
Ryan
start warming up.
Tannehill is, that's a whole nother story,
He
but,
at the
hey,
local high school right now. He at the local high school right now throwing with the varsity receivers.
The Dallas Giants game,
Yeah.
that was a pretty good game.
Man, Russell was kind of looking like, oh, Russell. He let it cook. I was like, is he gonna throw for 500 yards in one game? I didn't even know he still had it in him. Right when we was talking about him, he proved me wrong. But or Cowboys is just that shitty defensively. Let's be real.
That's where I was going with it.
That's what they're that bad.
It just goes to show you how good Micah Parsons is.
Yes, but only people that didn't know
But
that, it seems, is the Jones.
now it's stark though on their defense. It's like, damn,
Yeah.
Dak Prescott has to be perfect, bruh,
Oh, he got to
for them
do
to win a
everything.
game.
Yep.
And he's not that good though. So that's the truth. So at the end of the day, they're not going to win many games because he's not going to be able to continuously score on every defense in the NFL. Because that's what it's going to take.
I like Dak, but I don't like him throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game. That's for sure.
No,
Dak to me could be a killer game management QB, running game, play action pass, and he could just eat. But if you got him trying to sling the ball 40 times down to CeeDee Lamb, that's not a winning formula
not a winning formula at all.
at all. And he got enough weapons. You got Ferguson at tight end, you got tight ends, you got running back. Javante is running that rock. But yeah, the defense is so bad, they're always on the field.
They're going to have to give between Williams and Sanders, if Sanders can stay healthy because he's
Just stay
injury prone.
healthy, yeah.
But they're going to need to give those guys 30
30
carries a
carries.
game. Those guys, though, you know,
100%. Yep.
don't put it on one guy to put, he don't have to carry 22 to 24 times. Split that up 17, 13, 15, 15.
Don't get
You
me
can
wrong,
strip
if somebody rolling, let them roll. But yeah, they should be 30 carries.
and the running lanes will be there because you got the best receiver tandem in the NFL.
And Pickens playing like it.
If Pickens is focused,
Yep.
which is a question mark, but
Always.
if he's focused, I don't think there's any doubt they got the most talented receiver
They
between him and Lamb.
have Pickens to the midway season point. Pickens checks out when he feel like they're not winning. That's what I seem to notice with him. If he don't feel like he's in a position to win and he not getting the ball, that's when he turns into his predecessor that was a former Steeler that is having financial troubles right now, Mr. Antonio Brown. Like, yo, you can't be the
Antonio
crazy
Brown
man
was
your whole career, man. You know, what I mean, it's sad. You knew what that was headed, but that's a whole nother topic right there. But yeah, but as
the
long as
only
Pickens is
receiver
shut,
in NFL history
the what?
to strip.
Yep.
The only I mean, the man basically streaked as an NFL player from the sideline into the locker room. What are you on, man?
Yeah, really. That $100 million contract don't make you focus a little more. You gonna just give up all your money, right?
That's a damn. What is he smoking?
Yeah, I was like, for real, man. Like everybody thought that. Like, man, whatever you on that
Chicago
fentanyl
at
crack,
Detroit. Yep. Bruh, Chicago at Detroit was shellacking,
to say the least.
travesty,
Uh, uh,
sham,
a
and
de-
a mockery.
a
A Travis
debacle,
mockery.
a debacle.
Baco, yes.
All of that.
I like the Travis mockery.
Yeah, or in other words, that
Chicago
shit
went
will
out
get you
there and
fired.
I mean, Dan Campbell was like, "Look, I used to be a you used to follow me, bruh. So follow me on this day, because you in our house too."
I know
You
all
know,
your
I had Detroit.
tendencies.
I had Detroit 100% in that game. You know, I had Dallas too, but wasn't shocked what Russell was able to pull off with Neighbors actually getting a chance to, get some balls his way that were accurate. The Rams, I had them beating Tennessee. I did not necessarily feel like it was that much of a challenge for them. Tennessee has got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they got a ways to go. I mean, Cam Ward, that's a prime example right there. They need to put some attention to that old line for sure. I mean, Pollard get 20 carries, but he averaging like 3 yards a carry. I got him in fantasy because there's no
You
lanes.
know,
So
I heard too that some people were trying to laud their offensive line as if they were a top 10 caliber offensive line.
from one draft pick, I mean, they had that one draft pick 2 years ago, but who else can you name on that line that's worth anything?
Yeah.
They had a lot of injuries. They drafted the tackle. Was it Dillard from Washington State a couple years ago? That didn't pan out, so that kind of left them burnt.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no O line, you're gonna have problems. Their defense isn't that bad. It's just that offense is.
They have an offensive line coach that's been in the league for years, and his son is the head coach. They both are probably going to have to go.
Right now, the nepotism thing ain't working in the NFL. That's the
Right,
Jones
man.
family.
Callahan was exposed back in the day
Back in
when
the
Gruden
day,
left to me,
Bill Callahan
you
was
know?
trash. I don't care what nobody say. As an O-line coach with the Raiders, okay, oh yeah, but as a head coach, every destination, trash.
I definitely had New England beating Miami.
Yeah.
So did you. We didn't think it was as close as it ended up being, but just, say one thing about Tua. I've always said it, but he's just
Your
not a
favorite player.
he's not an
He's
NFL caliber quarterback. He doesn't have the arm strength. He's too little,
And he can't
and he's
take a
injury
hit.
prone.
He can't take a
Yeah.
hit. It's literally just a matter of time. But they have him dinking dunking to get the ball out of his hands so fast so that he don't take a hit. But that's why Tyree Hill ready to like, man, please get me out of here. Trade me.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
Like,
This
how
is a
hard he's
sinking
killing
ship.
people on routes.
This is a
I
sinking
mean
ship. And McDaniel's I mean, he's pretty much turning into a lame duck coach.
I mean, Hill had 100 yards and Tua had 100. But, New England secondary, most of them are 2 years or less, or a rookie. So they're just gonna, they're young, they're getting better. And the bottom line is Miami lost at home and gave up 33 at home to New
Yeah,
England.
to New England. To New England.
So I don't know if New England will. a lot of people trying to, pick them for a playoff. I don't
No.
see that.
No,
No.
no, they still once again, they got pieces. They got some good young pieces, but as far as team-wise, it's not all together yet. They still gotta put that together.
You were correct on this one, this next one. Like we were in line with all of those picks so far. So Cincinnati, Dallas, Detroit, Los Angeles Rams, and New England.
Mhm.
All of those, and Green Bay.
And Green
You
Bay,
had
yep.
Green Bay too, right?
Yep, yep,
So now you actually went with the Niners, huh?
yep.
I should have known. Like I was
I said they got
I was
enough.
just
They got enough around.
yeah. I felt like Mac Jones was Tua-esque, Mr. P shooter.
I've seen enough out of Mac Jones with New England. I mean, he's more than a serviceable QB, and San Francisco got enough around him. That's why Purdy
Yeah.
got that contract. I mean, Purdy with any other team, is he getting that contract? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so.
But
I don't want to
what
hate,
that
but I'm
comes
just being honest, man.
Kellen Moore deserves every blame for that loss, though, because you have them at home with a backup quarterback. Why aren't you force feeding Kamara? Like Kamara would have had to get hurt for me to stop feeding him the ball.
That's one of the things you and I have always done is question that. That is the stupidest shit to me. If you only have one player, who else am I gonna
One
give the
player,
ball to? Kamara's getting 30 touches, whether that's catches and carries. He's getting 30
for sure.
touches for sure, for sure.
And if you're really going to beat a team that's that much better than you, and they're in a situation
You got to get your
most
best
weeks
player
where
the
that's the
ball.
case,
Yep. Yes. You don't
and
even
you're
have
at
to be
home too,
a good offensive coordinator. Like that's offensive coordinator 101. Who's my best player? Okay, we going from
who's my
there.
best player?
It's
Period.
that simple. It's that
This
simple.
stuff isn't that
It's
hard,
not
man.
hard, man. It's not hard. Sometimes they overthink, oh, we're going to use him to disguise. Get him the ball.
Get
Perfect
him the
example
ball.
of that is Arizona right now with Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, why would you waste the fourth pick of the draft and you just giving him 3 catches a game? What are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
I didn't see, I think I picked the Jets too, man. And Buffalo went in there and smacked that ass.
I mean, their teams are exposing us, but yeah.
They had whatever they did defensively that game, they need to try to make sure they're able to recreate that. But part of that was they committed to the run game.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they just bludgeoned them,
Mm-hmm.
and defensively, they put the Jets in a bind where they felt they had to pass,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't pass.
Our O-line for Buffalo is actually pretty good. So we put a lot of effort into that. You got Dawkins and Spencer on the outside. You got Osiris
Yeah.
Torrance, who we drafted high, who panned out. Our O-line is actually really good. So, yeah. And
Okay.
Josh is going to be Josh.
Of course, you had Buffalo. So far, you didn't miss a pick.
It ain't going to be like that all the time.
Did you have Pittsburgh or Seattle?
I thought that we went with Pittsburgh on that.
I went with Pittsburgh for sure.
Because I remember specifically us not feeling Sam Darnold beating Pittsburgh when we talked about it. We would have
Yeah,
to go review, but I'm almost certain.
I'm almost certain too. And Seattle went in there, ran the ball effectively. Sam Darnold had time, got the ball to Smith the Jibba, and they were exposing Pittsburgh's defense, who looks
Defense.
suspect right now.
And Sam Darnold still seems to have some of that magic from last year. I mean, he's pulling out a Geno Smith type resurgence with his career right now. So it
Yes,
proves with quarterbacks, as long as you surround them with something, and they were already kind of labeled as talented in the beginning, then you got a
yeah.
chance. Yeah,
Seattle, I see them making noise in the West
a
when it's
little
said and
bit
done.
for
I think,
sure.
yeah, because their defense making plays, man.
They still got what's the name's fingerprints all over them. I still feel.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. I still feel Carroll
Yeah.
in that Seattle, the defense for sure.
Hmm.
So, and
Yeah.
that's what great. That's what
Baltimore, we saw 100% beating Cleveland.
Yeah, there was no way.
Probably not much to say there. Nobody really blew anyone away. Baltimore's defense really controlled it and just gave them good field position. No impressive stats really. But 41 to 17 is 41 to
It's
17.
41-17, especially in the NFL. Yeah, that gets you fired.
I believe I had Denver, man, beating Indianapolis, and they should have, but Indy found a way to win that game, and they didn't punt. So anytime you don't punt, you deserve to win.
You
That could have
definitely
went either
running the
way,
ball. If you ain't punting, you controlling the clock. You running that rock.
controlling the clock.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor got off.
I
And
mean,
Daniel Jones is
165 yards
another one
rushing.
that found some resurgence thus far. Yeah.
Taylor had 165, and Daniel Jones had 300 yards
300
plus.
yards passing. I'm telling you, people from Daniel Jones, the athlete, man, this kid ran 4.5 in a 40. Remember, he bust
Mm,
70 yards for the Giants. He's not he is something there. Played at Duke under David Cutcliffe. That's that Peyton Manning coaching right there.
right?
Yeah.
Like 3 misses. I definitely had Carolina losing to Arizona.
Yeah, you can't stand Bryce.
Bryce Young had a 300-yard game, though. So, because McMillan had 100 yards.
Yeah.
McMillan is legit.
8 to 10
But, yeah, they were gonna
catches.
win. They came kinda close. They were at home. It was 22-27, so maybe they're making some progress, but Carolina's in trouble still to me.
It's early. Early. Remember they started off bad last year, then they had a resurgence the second half of the season. So, maybe Canales can get them a little motivated beforehand. I mean, like you said, Bryce had 300 yards passing, so he trying. I mean, there's something there with Bryce, but that old line still worries me.
Yeah, definitely had Philly beating Kansas
Yeah.
City. It was a lot closer than I would have liked, but when you win a close game like that, Kansas City's not a pushover. Their defense is still legit, and Patrick
It's
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, for sure. He don't need
So,
much. He can take scrub receivers and make them look really good.
and I don't think many other teams this year will win in Arrowhead.
It's hard to do,
I don't
man.
see it.
It's hard to do, especially at the crucial points, midway or the end of the year. They play well during that time.
Mhm.
Andy
The only
Reid
team
has
I
them
see having a
firing.
chance, like Denver and the Chargers have a
Chargers,
chance,
but yes.
but that's
Harbaugh
it.
got them going.
Mhm. Because they have similar personnel, but
Yep.
then I think I had Minnesota. Atlanta just shredded them. They allowed 6 points. Kudos to Raheem Morris, man.
Yeah, man. But that was never a
Kudos to
secret with Morris. You know Morris gonna have them defensively prepared.
it's just good to see that. The jury's still out on McCarthy now, 'cause, you can't get hurt like that back-to-back years, man. You can't do
He
it.
he on that Burrow trajectory. When you got crucial injuries early in your career, you don't usually go from injury prone to all of a sudden dependable.
Yeah.
That's not usually how it works. So, but we'll see.
Definitely had the Chargers beating the Raiders. And I had Tampa Bay. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
There's something about them right now. They're
They
finding ways to
I was
win.
about to say finding ways they ugly with it, but they coming out on top though.
They're maximizing the talent that's still on the field, and they have a
Mhm.
lot of it. So, when their O linemen get back, and Tristan Wirfs one of the best O linemen in the
All in
league.
the game. Yeah. And I
So
and
when
and
he
I
gets
told you I
back,
know Baker wasn't your favorite, but I said Baker understands his lane. He okay with being the game manager. He really is. But he got that little swagger to him where he'll win you some games with just his attitude.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think the thing about Baker is he's he's proving to be a little above a moderate athlete.
Yes, yes, he can move. He can
He'll get a
move.
first down.
Yes, all day. All day.
He'll elude some sacks in the pocket.
He'll go for a cool 20.
Yeah.
He'll bust out the pocket and he'll get 20 yards. That kills the defense and the momentum right there. And
I
Baker
mean,
can do
hell,
that.
it does. He
Yes.
almost did that down the stretch of the game, right?
Yes. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And when he's scrambling, he always got his eyes downfield. So he's reading coverage the whole time. But if you don't have somebody spying, he'll kill you.
He'll kill you,
He will.
you know?
In that painful way. Because he ain't Lamar Jackson, he ain't Josh, but he'll get them chunk yardages that'll just annoy the hell out of you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's just fast enough to where
Yep.
the pursuit will have to hustle to get to him,
Yep. Exactly.
you
And
know?
them D linemen will
He's
be
just
huffing
fast
and
enough.
throwing up on the field.
We didn't get to our episode until, Saturday, so the Thursday game this week, but come on, man, we both woulda had Buffalo.
Buffalo. I'm always gonna be Buffalo. You know that. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and there's no way at home, to me, you know, if I may, I think you already know where I stand. It was already like, I didn't wanna see it, but damn, man, Milano already hurt again, you know, Milano is injury prone, let's just call it what it is.
He's beat up.
He's been hurt too
His
much,
body's beat
and
up.
then Ed Oliver was out, and
Yeah.
so that's the middle of your defense,
Yes.
man.
Straight up patchwork. That's why I love
Miami had
McDermott.
Miami had second string back just gashing them,
Huh?
and it's a good thing that, help me out with number eight's name, man, the linebacker, the
Bernard.
undersized Bernard.
Terrell
Bernard made
Bernard.
that play at the
Yeah, at the
end,
end. That's what he does.
but
Coverage plays and things like that. But once again, if you just line up and just run it on us, it's a problem.
yeah, I mean, he's eating the face mask of guards and centers,
Yo, yeah.
and he's 220.
And he
I
not
mean,
getting off blocks. And
yeah,
that's what kills us. But McDermott is still putting together a game plan. The one positive though is our rookie D line are turning out. TJ Sanders and Deion Walker played well.
yeah,
So that's a good thing. And then we got some help. We got Hoyt and Ajanubi from Dallas.
huh?
They'll be back from their suspensions in a couple weeks, so that'll be a huge
Okay.
thing.
Depth always helps on a
We
football
need it.
field.
And Harrison, our first round cornerback, he'll be back too.
Okay. So Green Bay at Cleveland. Do we need to really make a determination who's
Packers.
winning that? No.
And don't forget Flacco is not the quarterback right now. So it's Gabriel, right? Then they go with Gabriel.
It
So
doesn't matter if it's at Huntington Bank Field or not. That's sometimes when you say the name of the stadium and you don't recognize it, that right there could be a determining factor.
that's
Just
true.
saying, bro.
That's true. I can name old stadiums that still resonate. Stadium, Qualcomm.
Okay. How about this one right here? From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Indianapolis is gonna beat that ass. They're going into Tennessee to get a W, period.
Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna find a way to win. Hey, here's another indicator. Tickets as low as
Oh man, they giving them away. $34.
25.
That's a junior college football
$34?
game. Yeah, 34. That's a junior college game right there. That's not even college. That's not 4 year. That's junior college prices.
That's junior college money. Like,
Y'all know when I watch Adam State? $34. I paid that much to go watch my daughter play basketball this weekend.
yeah, Indianapolis winning that one.
Yes.
Cincinnati at Minnesota.
That's interesting, but Minnesota. You got Jake Browning at quarterback.
Well, Minnesota's got Carson Wentz.
I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah. That's why
Ooh.
I'm like,
But
that's a tough pick.
Minnesota's defense is better. And if I'm gonna go coaching, I'm going Minnesota.
Carson Wentz, not bad, man. Maybe I'm just saying, dude. He's got a pretty strong arm.
No,
He's
you didn't just say
6'5".
that. I know you didn't just say that because I remember distinctly somebody could not wait to get rid of this man Wentz. So to hear you say that right there, I know you didn't just say that.
I'm
You
just
was not
saying that
missing that dude when he left.
just just hear me out on this. Look, he's he was drafted number 2 overall for a reason.
And he had some early success.
So, as far as a backup, he's not a starter, but he might be able to fill in on a good team and beat a team when they're down
I can give
at
you that.
home.
I can give you that. I don't expect him to come in there
You
like
got
Sam
Jefferson
Darnold.
out there. They still not gonna have Edison, right?
No, Jordan Addison ain't
Not
back
yet.
yet. Nope.
I see Minnesota running the ball a lot
Yeah, and that defense.
and, yeah, controlling the game that
Mhm.
way. At home,
Mhm.
it's a must win for them. They need to
Mhm.
start stacking some wins. I like Minnesota in that game.
I do too.
And Todd and B Flow is gonna get after that
That
backup
defense
quarterback.
is gonna be there. You know it is. He gonna be sending all kind of intricate blitzes.
New England is hosting Pittsburgh. That's kind of a tough one.
It is.
Think about this for a second. I gotta go with Pittsburgh, man.
I'm going Pitt.
I'm going Pittsburgh solely because of Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. The combination of that is
It's
a
working
little
right now.
more firm to me
It's stable.
than Vrabel and
Drake May.
Drake May.
It's stable.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers got enough around him. Like Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh, the team. When I refer to that.
Yeah.
Special teams, defense, they can rush the quarterback. Yeah, and he got a running
Their
backs.
defense their defense has a lot to prove too. And that's again, Mike Tomlin, I think their defense is gonna turn around this week,
Always, always.
you know,
You
because
don't ever expect them to stay down. Not a Pittsburgh defense under Tomlin. They always have a second half resurgence.
that's an ideal opportunity for Pittsburgh to get back to what their true origins
What they
are,
are. Yeah.
which is running the ball and playing tough physical defense on the road too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Foxborough Stadium, you know that.
Yeah.
That that ticket is $158.
Especially for a Pittsburgh game, that's
They're gonna travel
they're
well.
gonna travel well for that. Yes.
So
For
they
sure.
taxing.
For sure.
You know, the most expensive ticket of the day is the world champs hosting the Rams.
Mm.
Obviously, I'm gonna go with Philly. The Rams scare me, but I think this is Philly's opportunity defensively in particular to show that look, we got the best defensive lineman, not just interior lineman.
No, you got a depth.
Like this is his chance to like take over a game, man.
Yeah.
You know,
You have
be
to
the game wrecker. Be the game wrecker. You got a talent to prove and be.
you got the athletes for that, for sure. As
You
long
know,
as
I
they're
want
not
to see
spitting on
Ja'Cory and
people.
Bennett at corner. Yeah,
I knew it'd hit you. As long as he can stay on the field, wreak your havoc in the middle, y'all okay.
yeah. Keep your bodily
Yeah,
fluids
keep your
in your
bodily
body.
fluids to you, man. Come on now. Spit to the ground, man. We need you. Be on the field. We need you available.
And the Rams secondary has been known to be a little suspect. And their run defense against Saquon Barkley last year in 2 games, Barkley almost averaged 200 yards a game against them.
Yeah, that's
So
always the problem is him. Him in that
the
line.
formula is the formula is you gonna feel us up front,
Yes.
and you're gonna get a steady dose of Saquon.
Man, I got
I'm talking
5,000 pounds.
25 carries, right?
And of
And then
course, Hurts is gonna get his. Yep.
Hurts is gonna hit because the focus is gonna be stop Saquon, stop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A play action deep to Brown.
Brown. Mm-hmm.
Brown got to get his in this game.
Get him started. Get him going. Don't let him get angry at you before y'all start feeding him. Go ahead and give him the rock. And he deserves it because
You know, I,
he's not a me guy. It's after multiple games of 2 or 3 catches, and then he gonna get a little attitude, and he should, because he should be getting more targets than that.
well, here's the deal. He can go right into Jeffrey Lurie's office and be like, "Look, you guys is paying me top 5 money. I wanna earn my
I
check.
want it,
Feed me the ball," you know?
and he shouldn't
The
have to
owner
say
should
that.
understand that.
I mean,
It's like,
you
if I'm paying him that much, you know, he's got a point.
I
That's what I'm
mean,
paying him to do.
and look at him. I mean, physically,
Right.
just look at him. Yeah, give him the ball.
Thank you. You know, if I'm coaching offense, you know how easy it is to get him 10 targets?
First of all,
Oh my
you could
god,
look like a
okay.
genius off of hitch routes
Yeah,
and
Imma
let him
get him 3
create.
to 5
Yeah,
hitches.
let him
We're
create.
gonna get him we have 3 to 5 slants, 3 to 5 hitches, 3 to 5 comebacks. Bam. Right there. That's 15 targets.
Let him play
If
big
you really
boy
wanna
ball.
force it,
He's a big body like Pittman, but he run 4-3. Yeah, give him the ball underneath and let him work up on them DBs, man. Let him turn around and get them shoulder square.
there's not a quarterback in the NFL, cornerback in the NFL that on a hitch, if he squares up on
It's a
them, he's
wrap.
not gonna break he's
Nah.
breaking their tackle one.
I mean, maybe like a Kyle Hamilton, but other than that, you know what
Yes,
I'm saying? You
yes,
got somebody like that. But a little
like
DB,
that.
you holding on for that. You holding on for dear life on that leg till everybody else get there.
And for those that don't know, Kyle Hamilton's 6'3", 215, 220 maybe,
Until you closer to
you know?
220. Yeah, yeah,
Right, so he'll
yeah.
bring him down, but
He'll
there's only a few
a
safeties that
few.
big. So, yeah, Philly, Tampa Bay hosting the Jets. I gotta go with Tampa Bay at
Tampa,
home,
Tampa,
you know?
100%. I mean, I
I
don't
don't
see Tyrod Taylor being that much of a threat.
I'm a little concerned, but at the same time, it's okay. I think they're gonna figure a way just like they have been,
Yeah.
and the Jets have some problems without Fields playing.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong, the Jets were looking good. I mean, defensively, the young guys were contributing, but there's just something about when your offense, when the defense is on the field all the time, because the offense is punting, which I would expect, then that's when it's a problem.
Washington Commanders without McDaniel or Daniels. Marcus Mariota, I don't know. Marcus Mariota at home against the Raiders, who have a lot to prove, but can do it, I think. I wanna
Marcus has
there's
come in
everything
before and done that, his job, because he could run. So if anything, he keeps the defense honest, because he'll just take off. So as long as they get the ball out of his
Mariota,
hands, yeah, Mariota. As long as they get the ball out of his hands quickly, you can't win with him throwing 30 times, but you get him to throw some quick screens. He that RPO guy. That'll work. And their offense is set up like that. I still don't think he
with the
gonna beat.
Raiders.
I still don't think he gonna pull it out though.
I think I'm going with the
I
Raiders because Pete Carroll, A,
Pete Carroll gonna be Pete Carroll. Defense is gonna be ready. They're gonna be motivated. They are running the ball with Genty. It's gonna come around. He's due for a big game. So I know Bowers is out, I think, but they got the other tight end they drafted from Notre Dame who's been balling.
yeah,
So
I think,
I think so. I
they
think they
could
could get that. I'm with you on that
they
one.
gotta protect Geno a little more with the play calling because Chip Kelly was on some BS last week a little bit. You know, realize who you got on the field over there. You got Derwin James. You're not getting away with a lot of that. All that, Chip Kelly tries to do certain things
Yeah,
offensively
yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
It'd be too cute.
come on, man.
Sometimes
This
just
ain't
have a
college.
line up and just smash.
Right. Like Geno Smith's not that caliber of
Yeah.
quarterback to be expecting him to
You need to
come through when
establish
you
that
throw.
run with Geno because he's a play action pass kind of QB. He does best with that.
He's a 30 attempts and under guy.
Yeah. With a lot of with heavy run emphasis so he could play action
Yes.
pass.
The Raiders need that balance. They need
For sure.
problem part of their problem is, they have damn it, I forget Raheem Mostert.
Mostert,
Raheem
uh-huh.
Mostert did he was inactive. Whoever their backup running back is sorry to me. Number 3?
That's a dude from Georgia. Um, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Yeah.
I don't think
He's a hard
he's not
runner,
gonna
but he's not elusive. So
He's not breaking tackles.
no,
He's
yeah,
there's no burst.
no burst, no.
I've never seen him like skirt out of the second wave. He might get past the first wave, but he's never getting to the
I
secondary.
was surprised they didn't bring in a free agent running back, because he, like you said, since they've drafted him, just hasn't shown much. So, yeah, why would you? Or even go a step further and draft one late round just to see, to replace him.
Atlanta should wax Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. $49 ticket in Carolina.
I, yeah, I'm
Atlanta
thinking
is winning
so.
that.
Well, Atlanta gonna win that because they can't stop their offense.
No,
No,
I would be shocked,
I'll be very
absolutely
shocked.
shocked. Uh, the over under is only 44.5. So,
Yeah,
Atlanta's going to shut that one down.
um,
Uh, Houston at Jacksonville.
I almost
Oh,
want to go with Jacksonville.
I almost do too because they're at home.
They're at home,
Yeah.
and then
But here's the problem. That ticket's $36.
here we go.
And it's called Everbank Stadium. I'm going with Houston. $36, Jay. Like,
My
damn,
goodness.
Tennessee $34, Jacksonville 36.
Man, Travis Hunter can't bring them prices up a little bit. Travis Hunter should at least make the ticket $50 just for the Travis Hunter show.
I mean, they got Sunshine at quarterback. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Sunshine, sunshine.
I go with Houston.
I'm
They're 0-2. Okay. I just think D'Amico Ryans is gonna kill somebody if they don't pull that game out.
for sure. Now that part is gonna happen for sure.
That defense is gonna have to play lights out, but I think they can do it. So yeah, I got Houston on the road. Tough game at SoFi. Is a legit venue. There's been a Super Bowl one there,
Mm-hmm.
but it was by the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers are hosting Denver. The Chargers legit though.
Denver low key is kind of legit. So that's gonna be a good game, I think. But I
One
have to lean towards the Chargers, man. Harbaugh scared me. If I was a coach, that's a coach that'd keep me up at night trying to plan for, because you just do not know what you're gonna get. Well, I mean, other than getting smash mouth, but he gonna hit you with multiple personnel.
I see Denver making it close, but I also
Yeah,
got the Chargers.
yeah. It'll
Chargers at home makes sense.
it'll be a game, but Harbaugh is just something different, and the team and
This is the game they established to run the Chargers because they haven't really done that yet.
they've been feeding that. They've been feeding them Marion Hampton and the other backs, but because that's one thing, Harbaugh gonna run the rock. That's just a given. Yeah, that's just a given. He is not gonna just be flicking the ball 50 times. Nah,
Seattle hosting New Orleans.
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah,
New Orleans New Orleans isn't gonna win a game as long as
Rattler is the QB,
right, Rattler's a QB and Boy Wonder is continuously putting faith in him.
and Kellen Moore. I don't know what you're thinking, bruh. I mean, Rattler is not a man. 15 to 20 times is the passing rep for him. I don't even want him near the 30 mark. 15 to 20.
Which one, yeah.
But all they have is Kamara, so I'm sure Kamara ready to get the hell out of there.
Right. New Orleans at Seattle. That is what I just read, but we have Seattle's winning that.
Yeah, Seattle winning that.
Dallas on the road at Chicago. That's a tricky one. That's very tricky, man. That ticket is $215, man.
What?
Soldier Field.
Well, that's
Yeah,
because of the
bruh.
history. Cowboys and
The
Bears.
history, and it's
That's
the
all
Cowboys.
history. Yeah, that's what that is. But there's not a 200. Well, it would have been Micah Parsons, but other than that, ain't nobody
Uh-huh.
out there you want to see for no $200.
That's a ripoff for that game.
And it might be a high scoring game because the defense is just so bad.
I'm really leaning.
I'm, I mean, I don't even want to say the Cowboys because Jerry Jones gets on my nerves. So I'm going with Chicago just for that reason. I can't
I'm gonna
stand the
go with you
Joneses.
just because I hate the
I
Cowboys, but
hate the
as much as I hate
Cowboys. I do.
As much as I hate them,
I hate them.
oh my god, what Chicago's defense looked like last week. Dak Prescott is gonna go for like 3, 4
Yeah,
touchdowns.
but what Dallas defense looked like last week, Caleb might actually get it together. Rome Odunze, they got to stop him. They got receivers. You know what I'm
This is
saying?
it for Caleb Williams. If Caleb Williams can't get it
Yeah,
done
if you
against
can't
this
get it
defense,
done with Dallas, they got some problems. They got some real
mm,
problems. And he shouldn't have a lot of pressure. You're not dealing with Parsons. It wasn't like they were getting to the quarterback. So he should have lanes. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. So
a tough one. Arizona at Frisco. Mac Jones at home for the first home game. That's a tough call, but Arizona has had success at Levi Stadium. They have. Especially Kyler Murray, like, you can look it up.
he does.
Against the 49ers defense, especially in San Francisco or Levi, because they don't play in San Francisco, folks. They play in Santa Clara, man. I
Santa
live in the
Clara.
Bay Area.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like Buffalo. Buffalo don't play in Buffalo. They play in Orchard
They
Park.
play in Orchard Park,
Yes, which
yeah.
is a suburb. It's an hour away.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, San Francisco, I'm gonna go with Arizona.
I can see that. My gut says San Francisco. Just because Arizona doesn't play enough smash mouth with me. You got a 250-pound running back, and you got another 230-pound running back that ran a 4.340. But I don't know. There's no identity. You know, Marvin Harrison's getting
Yeah,
3, 4 catches a game. Michael Wilson gets 2 or 3 catches. And then it's like Kyler Murray, Trey McBride. But they're not really pounding the ball. So, and
yeah.
defensively, I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with San Francisco.
I'm gonna probably mix that up with Arizona, stick with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Kansas City will win at the Giants.
Oh yeah. Russell ain't throwing for 400 yards with Chris Jones in his face. Matter of
No.
fact, Jackson Dart might end up in this game if if Chris Jones has his way.
Kansas City's desperate.
Yeah, yeah,
And when they're getting Patrick Mahomes is gonna play lights
yeah.
out.
He likes
And they
these
got Worthy back
situations.
too.
Yep, he likes these situations. Yep.
So yeah, Kansas City. And then I like Baltimore at home against Detroit on Monday night. That's a tough one in a way, but that's one of those games. Even though Baltimore is missing one of their best D linemen now, 92, I forget his name,
And Bouquet,
Mbuka or something like
Ibuka,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mbuke. He's not gonna play,
Mm,
but they're a team that has plug and play. They are.
yeah.
They're like the Chargers, where it's like it's they're like warlocks. They just fill in. They all fit the bill in size, all of them,
That
all every level of the depth chart. They just fill in with another guy the same size
the Ravens are
or
the
bigger.
model for an NFL team. I mean, they got great players and they got great depth, and then their
Yep.
coaches. Yeah. So they are
They
the
develop
model.
players.
They got heck of players. They do well in the draft. And they get exactly they don't miss on their draft picks. Their draft picks typically contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't miss.
You know, they develop players so well
Yeah,
that Alexander, who was a quality free agent acquisition for them, he was a healthy scratch last week.
that's how much depth they got. You know how many people
How
can
much
use
depth they
Alexander? Come on, man.
got.
Dude didn't even touch the field.
Exactly.
He
I
didn't
mean,
even
I'm
suit
sure
up.
he's got an ailment or something. Like, he's not 100% for sure,
But they didn't need him.
but if
They was like, go ahead and
they need
rest.
him.
Yeah, shut that down. Yeah, that's scary.
So, those are our picks for week 3. We'll see how all that unfolds.
Yep.
We're at our time, at this point, and this is our first go around in a new platform. We'll see how this works moving forward. Great work tonight, Jay,
Yes,
and,
sir.
we're gonna see y'all for episode 17.
Mm-hmm.
All right
Have a
now.
good one. Out.